Now, whenever r is not equal to a 0, and whenever r is not equal to n, so, or when they, as in parts A and C, there's a simple pattern. Actually, when they are equal to 0, my bad, that's not supposed to be a not equal to, it's supposed to be an equal to. Good thing we got this correction taken care of. There's a simple pattern for evaluating coefficients, and what you may notice is if you have a c or an 8c sub 2, then you can just take your top two factors and your bottom two factors. Well, what that means is you would have an 8 factorial on top, and then you'd have an 8 minus 2, which would be a 6 factorial, and a 2 factorial. So if you think about it, if you are dividing by 1 times 2 times 3 times 4 times 5 times 6, that's going to cancel out with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up here with your 8, and you're still going to have an 8 and a 7. And then you still have this 2 and this 1. So whenever you have the same thing with a 10 and a 3, well, you know you're going to have, that's the same thing as having a 10 factorial over 7 factorial 3 factorial, so it may help you write that out. Well, 1 through 7 is going to cancel here, and 1 through 7 is going to cancel up here. You're just going to end up with a 10, 9, 8, and then your 3, 2, 1. So actually, I lied. Let's undo this up here. When they are not equal to each other, that's what I meant. There's a shortcut. When they are equal to each other, then you just get a 1. So I was thinking wrong. My apologies. Kind of. Alright, so let's try to use a little shortcut here. So if we have an 8c sub 5, that means you're going to have an 8 factorial over 3 factorial, 5 factorial. So you know that your 1 through 5 is going to cancel, and 1 through 5 is going to cancel on top. That's just going to leave you with a 6 times 7 times 8 on top, all divided by 1 times 2 times 3. So you can see how you can shorthand this a little bit. And well, this 2 and 3, those will just cancel out with your 6. And then you have 7 times 8 gives you a 56. So let's try the same thing on B. We will rewrite B as your 8 factorial over 5 factorial, 3 factorial. Oh wait, this looks really similar to over here. So we know that this 5 factorial will cancel out with 1 through 5 on the top, and you get a 6, 7, 8. And then on the bottom you have a 1 times 2 times 3. Well, that's about the same way as the first time. So let's just say that we're going to end up with a 56 again. So see if you can try C and D on your own. See if you can get the answer. And pause the video and then check back and see what you get. Alright, so now that we're back from you doing your little pausing, right? I'm sure you did it, as we almost always do. This is a 14 factorial over 14 minus 1 is 13 factorial times 1 factorial. So everything cancels out from your 13 up to your 14 over a 1, which is just equal to 14. Same thing happens on D, even though it's written differently. This still means that you have a 14 factorial over a 1 factorial, 13 factorial. So your 13, 1 through 13 cancels, you still have a 14 on top, divided by 1 just gives you 14. So I hope that little shortcut helps you out. Maybe it's a little bit faster than writing out 1 times 2 times 3 times 4 times 5 all the way out to 14.